Hello everybody, welcome back to another Thursday video. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing awesome, thanks for asking. Just enjoying the morning, my cup of coffee, it's hot. Pumpkin spice. It's in my I'd rather be 40 than pregnant mug. My friend gave this to me. It's an inside joke. I'll tell you when you're older. But today we are talking about to-do lists. So you want to tackle your to-do list, do ya? You do? Okay, well, I will tell you how to do it. Start doing some of the to-dos. No, I'm just kidding. It's much more complex than that. There's lots of tips and tricks for getting your to-do list done. And I'm going to tell you about it because I have the same qualms with getting my to-do lists done. Procrastination. I know. I do have procrastination in my brain and body. But I actually am quite good at getting things done as well. Okay, I didn't really think I was much good at getting things done. I kind of thought same as everybody else. But then when I started dating Brendan, one of the traits he noticed of me was that I was good at getting things done. She's really good at getting things done, which is funny. And my sister is as well, we have discovered actually. I think it's something to do with the way my parents raised me and the way my parents were. Maybe it's just genetic. That's fine too. So let me tell you all my tips and tricks for getting my to-do list done. This is when I'm really down in the dumps, when I'm like, oh my God, the to-do list is getting quite long and I can't get on top of it. This is what we're doing. I use the reminders app in my iPhone. I find it's handy. You can add like little notes and times and dates and all the things to all your little tasks. If you don't have an iPhone, tough luck, dude. I'm sure you have some sort of little reminder, a checklist app on your phone. So let's get into it, shall we? Of course, first we're going to just write out our to-do list, all the to-dos, and I collect these over time. I'm just always adding something to my to-do list when I find out that I need to do it. And then we're going to be doing some prep work. It seems counterintuitive to take time to do some prep work to do your to-do lists, but it sets us up so that we can get all these tasks done in a short amount of time and stay on track. This outline also just gives you a good idea of how much you can actually get done in however much time, how many tasks you can get done today. And also making it structured makes it so you're not like jumping from task to task. I find that that's my biggest problem is that I start something and then I'm like over here doing something completely different. And it just makes me like scatterbrained and actually just makes the whole process take longer. Instead, you can basically just be on autopilot mode. Like you have a list, you can go and look at the list. You're getting this done right now. Then the next task, then the next task. You don't even need to really think about it. I'm going to be using my to-do list as an example for this. It's just a bunch of random things around my house that I need to get done and I don't know, other just like random tasks, literally anything that needs to be done. So this is my to-do list. And firstly, I'm just going to arrange it based off of the information that we already have, which the only difference between all these things is I put a question mark next to some of them. So the question mark goes to the bottom of the list because that means that it either can't be done until a certain time or a decision has to be made before I can actually do it. And then the next step is to start adding tasks and tools that you need for each to do. This is why I like this reminders app in the iPhone because you can add a note below it. So I'll add notes like I need to be wearing my work clothes for this. Like I need to be wearing something I can get dirty, or I'm going to need to have my drill out for this project, or I need to go to Home Depot and get paint or something like that. And as I'm adding anything that I need to go to Home Depot to get, I'm adding it to my Home Depot shopping list. Also in the reminders app, I have a Home Depot list. That's where I add all my shopping and things like that. I add my groceries in here and everything. The example that I have here is that I need to fix the silicone in my shower. It's getting like some mold behind one of the parts, so I'm just going to take out that strip of silicone and put in new silicone, but I want to use almond silicone in there so that it's all matching. So I need to go to Home Depot to buy some almond silicone. So I'm adding that to my Home Depot list. I'm just working my way through and adding all the things that I need, whether I need polyurethane for a project, if I need to get out my cleaning supplies for a project, and adding things to the Home Depot list. Or to any list really, like, another example is let's say that you need to bake a cake for someone's birthday. You add that to your groceries list, obviously. Next time you go grocery shopping, you grab that cake ingredients. So now that we've added all the tasks and tools that we need for each to do, we are going to add how much time we think each to do is going to take. This is just an estimate. So we're going to set a realistic time that we think it's going to take to do this task. But if it takes longer, that's okay. We're not doing a time limit. Like I'm not setting a 20-minute timer and I only have 20 minutes to do this. I'm someone who actually wants to get the task done rather than just like get it started for 20 minutes and then be like, oh, well, I need to go get the other one done. I'd rather just completely 100% check off that task. So if it takes longer than 20 minutes, that's fine. That was just an estimate so that you can have kind of an outline of how many things you can probably get done in a certain day. Or Or let's say you only have 20 minutes before you need to go do something. You're not going to start one of your 90-minute tasks when you only have 20 minutes. You can just look at your to-do list, be like, oh, okay, this is a 20-minute task. I'll go get that one done right now. And so I added all the amount of minutes that I think it's going to take me to do a task. Now I've also added in brackets dry time to a couple of the tasks. I later changed this to sections because I have to do this task in sections. So it goes to the top of the list just because I need to start it because I'm waiting for paint to dry or something like that. And I just need to keep on coming back to it in between my other tasks. So that's what that means. And then at the bottom of the list, I did have this WestJet Perks ? Task. And that is because I want to change my WestJet Perks on my credit card from a companion voucher to something else. You can do that now. You can change it to like 25% off a flight or something like that. So I'm going to look into doing that, but I know that it starts on a certain date. So I just looked up when it starts and it's November 5th. And you can actually add a date or a time to the task. So I just added November 5th to this task. And then the reminders app will actually notify me. It'll give me a notification and be like, this is what you need to do today on November 5th, which is so handy. So I also decided I was going to go and sew this thing at my parents' house because I need to use my mom's sewing machine. So I just added that for tomorrow because I decided I'm going to do that tomorrow. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is start arranging everything based off of those tasks and those tools. Forget about the time right now. We're just going to arrange it based off of, okay, we need a drill for these few tasks. Drill, drill, drill. Those tasks all go in a row. If we need to go to Home Depot, I actually added all those ones at the bottom because I don't want to go to Home Depot today. So I just threw them at the bottom of the list. And then after everything has been organized based off of the tasks and the tools, you organize those sections off of how much time you think they're going to take you. And I like to do it from shortest to longest. Some people might say you want to get the longest task out of the way first. I prefer to just like crack out a bunch of to-dos right away. So I always do the shortest to the longest. It makes the to-do list shorter automatically when you can get a few 5-minute tasks done right away. So I arranged everything, and I also added go to Home Depot into the list before the Home Depot tasks because obviously I have to go to Home Depot now. That's on my to-do list. And I know what we're thinking. Dang, this is a long to-do list. How are we going to get all this done? This is so overwhelming looking at this to-do list. No problems, guys, because not only do we have our to-do list, we have our today list. We're going to be throwing a bunch of these tasks into the today list. Now, I don't want to go to Home Depot today, so we're going to add the ones that don't involve going to Home Depot. So you can just right click on whatever the note says and go down and click on the list, and then you can change it from your to-do list to your today list. So I put everything in my today list and just like added a few more things that I thought of that I need to do as I was writing this list. And I went on Pinterest and was looking at some handrails because I need to paint my handrail downstairs. I also need to fix it. It's like kind of coming off the wall. The screws are coming a little bit loose, just like the handrail for the stairs. And I kind of want to do a color. I was thinking maybe blue. There's like some good red and yellow ones. I'm not really sure what I want to do or if it's going to look weird there. We're going to get to that though. The other thing that we're going to do to get us motivated to finish our to-do list is give yourself a reward. Let's say that I have until 5 p.m. to do this list. That's how much free time I have. And I'm going to actually keep doing this list until 5 p.m. Make it so that at 5 p.m. you get to go have a little treat or something, go for a nice walk, go hang out with a friend, watch a show. I don't care what it is, but give yourself a little reward. You know, we are monkey brain. So really, it makes things easier when you know that you get to enjoy something at the end, which you also get to enjoy that your to-do list is done. I mean, really. But yeah, so once we're done this today list, I actually decided my reward was going to be getting to watch Max and Aki's YouTube video. I've been holding off on watching that one this week because he's like one of my favorite YouTubers. He posts every 2 weeks, every second Sunday. But yeah, I just left it because I know that I really want to watch it. And I'm like, this is perfect. If I get my to-do list done, then I'll just go watch that video for 20 minutes. That's a perfect reward. Okay, now that we have our structured and organized to-do list that we are ready to tackle, we're actually going to add another thing. And the very first thing that you want to do before you do your to-do list is a 20-minute tidy. I find that I don't really want to get anything done when my space is a mess. And sure, if your place is pretty messy, then this might take longer than 20 minutes. But if you get everything out of the way, then you know that the messes that you're creating are just for your current to-dos and something that you're working on rather than like losing your drill in the pile of things that you have on your counter or whatever. Starting with a tidy too is so mindless that I find it makes it easier to just like keep the ball rolling and go and get your tasks done. It like gets you up on your feet and moving and just like motivated and ready to go.
Hi guys, I just wanted to quickly say my dad has always kept a glass by the kitchen sink and he goes and chugs water every like once in a while throughout the day. And watching this back, I cannot believe that this is what I was doing, just standing here chugging water at the sink because I am so my dad and we really just become our parents, don't we? Okay, back to the video.
So I like to just go through my house, do a quick little tidy of everything. I'm not like really cleaning anything. I'm just literally putting things in their place that have been misplaced. Like just putting the dishes away in the kitchen and stuff like that. And then I got started on our tasks. So the first tasks that I'm doing are the ones that we need to do in sections. So I went and started painting this handrail. I decided I was gonna do silver for the brackets, but then I really didn't like this silver paint. The silver paint is trash, honestly. Don't try and paint things silver. I feel like I thought it was going to give like a chrome look, and it's not really giving that. It's just looking like an ugly, cheap painted silver thing. So then I decided to do dark red. I do really love this dark red color, but then I painted the handrail a light yellow color that I also really love, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe that's gonna be weird or like too much color just in that random spot on the stairwell. So I think we're gonna have to revisit this later. So I just kind of left that project for later. We're gonna keep it on the to-do list. And then we moved on to this wall sconce that I needed to paint. And I needed to do this one in sections, obviously, because I need to wait for the paint to dry. I made this little painting station in my garage here. It is a plastic, like rubber blackout blind that just rolls out. I'm gonna put like a fold out table underneath of here eventually so that when I need to paint something higher up, I can just be at standing height. But for now, I just have to squat on the ground. And this is the light that we're gonna be painting. It's going in the corner of the kitchen. It's a wall sconce because the last sconce that we tried to do was gonna be too big for that corner, and this one's just a tiny little guy. It is IKEA. I found it at the thrift store for $7, but it is the IKEA Nymane, Nymane. I do like the color. I was contemplating doing a different color. The kitchen already has a couple of red light fixtures. I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. There's also like yellow trim around the window, and my brown bench seat has some red stripe in it. So we're just gonna go black with this. I think the black will be like a nice little contrast pop up there. And so we're going to spray paint this black. So I always just put the cords in a bag and then tape it to the top of the cord so the cord doesn't get painted, obviously. And I have some tips on spray painting too if anyone's interested. When you're spray painting something, I mean, I hate spray painting, but when you are spray painting something, if you have to, just do like very light brush strokes. You want to slowly like kind of pulse onto the button of the sprayer. It's kind of like a hard technique to get down because it's a really weird grip strength. But once you kind of get the motion, that's what you want to do. Just like light strokes with the spray can. You're not just like spraying like they would when they're like doing graffiti or something like that. You're going to get a ton of drips on whatever you're spray painting then. And always do lighter coats than you think. The minute that you decide that you can do a little bit more spray paint and spray that extra bit on there and you start getting a drip, there's not really any going back from that. You'd have to wait for it to dry for like 2 days until you can sand it and then you can repaint it. It's actually going to save you time in the long run if you just do lots of really light coats opposed to like trying to get it coated on the first coat. And yeah, we're just going to bang out the rest of these to-dos, starting with fixing this knob on Brendan's drawer. It just fell off. I fixed the knob on Brendan's drawer. It just popped off, so it needed to be screwed in. Now the closet lights, the back one has stopped working for some reason. As you can see, the front one is on, but the back one is off. So we're gonna fix that right now. I'm sure that the wires have just come loose, or it could have something to do with that. It's an old light fixture. Hopefully that's not the case, or it obviously also could be the bulb. So we're gonna dink around and find out. One thing about light fixtures, guys, make sure the switch is off. Yes, I have electrocuted myself, and yes, I did survive to tell the tale. Can you turn the light switch on for a second? Great. Wow, it just need to be toggled?
Can we turn it off?
Sure, thanks. Wow. See, I think I wrote 10 minutes down for that, and it only took 2 minutes. Problem solved. Nice. And then while I had my drill out, I actually realized I needed to take this little platform off of the stairs that I had put for a plant to go on it. I don't want the plant there anymore, so I wanted to unscrew this board of wood from the top of the stairs. And I also needed to fix my vacuum cleaner holder. It kind of was like pulling out from the wall weird so that the battery pack wasn't attached to the battery, so it wasn't charging. So I just added some more screws so that it was more sturdy and more like attached to the wall. You can't really tell that that's what I'm doing here. I don't know why I decided to film it from this angle, so you just be looking at the back of my head, but that's what I did. Then I needed to touch up the paint on the kitchen chairs. They had just been scuffed a little bit, and I realized while I had this paint out that I should go and check the mirror that's in the living room because it's the same color. And good thing I did, because there actually was a little bit to touch up on that as well, so I did that. And then I clear coated this box that I put my SD cards and stuff in. It's raw wood, and raw wood can get sun damage or stain, so I just wanted to protect it by putting a clear coat on it. And that was actually all the time that I had to do my to-do list today. I didn't get all my tasks done on my to-do list, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay, because I really got the ball rolling overwhelming. I got things moving and it made me feel less intimidated to complete the tasks the next day. Like today, I just want to go and get my closet done and clean up this hydroponic system that have been wanting to clean up. And it feels a lot less overwhelming when you just have that outline and it's like, oh, okay, I didn't get those 2 things done. I can go and get these 2 things done tomorrow before work or whatever. And I actually didn't even watch Max's video yet. I just decided to keep on working through that last half hour before I needed to go and have dinner with Brendan because I was just like moving and grooving. I wanted to get it done. The reward was getting more of these tasks done rather than going and watching my video. So yeah, that is all my tips on how to get your to-do list done. That's my little structured plan of getting my to-do list done when I really don't want to be doing it. I hope you guys got something out of this video, whether it was just some entertainment or some comfort of watching me get some things done, or maybe you're motivated and you're gonna go and get your freaking to-do list done. All right. And I have got really nothing to report this week, honestly. I've been so busy getting my to-dos done that I have nothing to say. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except maybe I guess that Brendan and I have watched the first 7 Mission Impossibles already now. We're on to the 8th one. What I'm gathering from these movies is that they're quite entertaining. They're good. They're fun. They're cool. Tom Cruise is a good actor in them. It's crazy that he does some of his own stunts. I feel like every time that something crazy is happening, I'm like, but surely he didn't do that, right? And then we go and look it up and we're like, whoa, he did do that. But also they're pretty much all the exact same. He shows up, he gets a mission, he goes through some hardship, there's always an evil villain, and then they persevere in the end. Sorry to spoil every single Mission Impossible movie for you, but that's you don't need to go watch them now because that's just the plot of every single one. Anyway, I will see you guys next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching my video. Oh, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Please, come on. I currently actually need 4 more subscribers until I'm at 2,000 subscribers. And you could be one of those 4. So go click that little subscribe button and I'm gonna be at 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. So thanks for subscribing, everybody. And I will see you next Thursday. I have videos coming out every Thursday, every single Thursday of my freaking life. I have 4 badminton sets. Like a badminton net. Just the 1 badminton set, I think, is plenty. All done.
Whoa, it's sick.
Cute, eh?
Yeah, I like it. Nice.